And one more question. How does this administration reassure Americans who worry about the health of leaders in Congress and here at the White House because of their advanced age?
I'm not going to speak to leaders in Congress about age or about anything like that. That is for them to speak to. So what is your question exactly?
I was just wondering, how can the administration reassure Americans who are worrying about these leaders, like you said, in Congress and here at the White House?
So is your question about Congress or is your question about leaders here? Well, I'm not going to speak to leaders in Congress.
Here at the White House?
What about your leader, the leader of Congress?
A way that this administration is reassuring Americans who have these concerns.
Look, we've been asked this question multiple times, and you have a president who, I just went through his unity agenda, what we've been able to do in a bipartisan way as it relates to issues that really matter to the American people, right? The cancer moonshot, which is actually going to make a difference with people and Americans who have family members dealing with cancer. That is something that this president has been able to do. You look at the record that he's been able to lay out when you think about the economy right now, the GDP. We just laid out the good news from the GDP and how the economy is growing. This is a president who has done historic amount of policies, of changes in this administration that has mattered to the American people. And so that's what the president's going to continue to focus on. You know, since 2019, the age comment has been out there. And what has this president done? He beat Republicans in 2020. He beat Republicans in 2022, leading with the message that American people actually cared about. When you think about lowering costs, when you think about getting the economy back on its feet, that's something that this president has been able to do. And so if you look at the work that he's done, if you look at the historic amount of, changes that he's been able to make, 13.5 million jobs created under this president, unemployment at under 4%, wages are up, inflation is moderating. That's what we care about. If we are continuing to deliver for the American people in a way that truly, truly matters.
Greetings, friends. I have surprising news to share with you this Thursday. Lawmakers in Congress have just proposed a new bill that could eliminate loan interest rates for millions of Americans. The Biden administration has also announced that the government plans to give out billions of dollars to homeowners. Dear friends, you may be eligible for an extra rebate check. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the complete details. Also, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. There are two programs in the Inflation Reduction Act that will offer federal tax rebates to subsidize home improvement projects that will save energy or swap appliances to electric alternatives. The Biden administration started taking applications today for billions of dollars in federal tax rebates. They are meant to flow through states to subsidize home improvement projects that will save energy or swap fossil-fueled appliances to electric alternatives. The combined spending in the two separate programs of President Biden's landmark Inflation Reduction Act, one which is focused on energy-saving improvements like adding insulation or new windows. The other is aimed at funding electrification, like switching from gas-fired furnaces to heat pumps. Secretary of Energy Jennifer Granholm said in a recent statement, "Energy savings and electrification upgrades, like insulating your home or installing a heat pump, can lead to lower monthly utility costs and a healthier home. Americans living in energy-efficient, electrified homes bring us one step closer to a clean, safer future." Once called the fifth fuel because the total amount of energy wasted roughly equates to a whole new source of energy. Efficiency efforts are a vital part of reversing the damage emissions from Americans' cars, homes, and businesses cost to the planet's climate systems. The new federal spending marks what is likely the largest national investment in history, and how the money flows from federal coffers to homeowners this time will likely set the standard for how future funding is doled out. It expects the first rebates to go out to homeowners by the end of this year. Now, friends, this fall, tens of millions of Americans with student loan debt are expected to resume making payments. Unfortunately, this also means the interest on their loans will kick in once again, posing a significant obstacle for many borrowers trying to pay off their debts. The recent Supreme Court ruling striking down President Biden's comprehensive debt forgiveness plan has further complicated the situation. There is some hope on the horizon. Representative Joe Courtney and Senator Peter Welch have introduced new legislation which is aimed at addressing this issue. The proposed bill seeks to eliminate interest for current borrowers and cap it on a sliding scale for future borrowers. So in a bid to ensure fairness and avoid burdening taxpayers, the bill outlines a means of funding the lost interest. As a result of the crisis, student loan payments have been on hold, and the interest has been set to 0% for over 3 years. Starting September 1st, 2023, the interest will resume. Interest rates on federal student loans are fixed based on the year of borrowing, and interest often starts accruing immediately and compounds daily. Even during periods of forbearance, or when borrowers are on income-driven repayment plans with reduced principal amounts, interest continues to accrue, including administrative fees. The current interest rates stand at 5.5% for undergraduate student loans and 7.05% for graduate students. Various attempts have been made to address this issue, with the Biden administration offering a new repayment option, reducing payments to 5% of discretionary income, and then forgiving balances after 10 years of payments. Additionally, some bills have been introduced to cap interest or even forgive existing interest on federal student loans. The new legislation by Representative Courtney and Senator Welch takes a comprehensive approach, addressing the interest issue as a whole. To cover the resulting costs, they propose creating a trust fund, and this trust fund would be established with borrowers' principal payments and invested in different bonds. So the bill sets the interest rate for current borrowers to 0%, eliminating their interest obligation entirely. As for future student loan borrowers, the interest would be capped at a maximum of 4%, with rates adjusted on a sliding scale, which will be based on the borrower's household income. This means that most borrowers would not have to pay any interest at all. The proposed legislation offers a potential solution to the student loan interest problem, aiming to provide relief for current borrowers and mitigate financial hardships for future ones. That is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My dearest friends, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please, friends, make sure that you enter the weekly giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these weekly giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.